Okay, here is NearPod in a nutshell, really quickly, so plan to press pause or repeat where needed. In the one day that I've used it, you need to go to class link. I'm even going to pause it between screens. Then you need to go to my classes. Then you need to click on a class. So I'm going to click on English. Then you need to add a new app. So click on the app and search for NearPod. When you search for NearPod, you'll see that there are old NearPods. Just make sure you have NearPod SSO, not old NearPod. After you have your NearPod app in each of your classes, then you're going to click NearPod from your dashboard. So go back to your dashboard, click NearPod, and then you're going to get to this screen. You have My Lessons and Reports. You're going to start by creating a lesson. Create lesson. Next week, I'm going to work on video with built-in questions. Create lesson. Once you get to the create lesson slide, you're going to add content. This is where I imported all of my slides. I haven't tried any of these other features, video, web content, etc., but I did try these. Time to Climb is a multiple choice assessment that you can give. I duplicated this and shared it at the beginning and at the end for my pre and post assessment, and I'll show you what the results look like. I gave an open-ended question. I gave a quiz. I gave a collaborate board, and then they drew on the whiteboard, and I'll show you what those look like. So I'm going back to my NearPod splash page so that I can show you what I've already created. I'm going to go to edit. Okay, now I'm back in it. My collaboration board, this is like a Padlet. When I had students start this, the question was just, what's your favorite activity? Share your favorite activity and include an image, audio, or other media. They did it really seamlessly. And I got to say, I only had 3 students who weren't able to get into NearPod following their class link. And it was just because 2 of them showed up late and 1 had pop-ups. So in the end, the 2 that showed up late got in, and the 1 with pop-ups is still an issue. All right. So this was the collaboration board. Pretty cool because it's built in. And then they can add audio if you want. Here's my open-ended question. You can set a timer for these. This one was a 30-second timer. That wasn't enough. Here's a timer over here. None of these have images or audio. Enable student audio recordings. Share one dream you have about your future self. It's pretty cool how this comes up on the report. Next one I tried was the poll. How are you feeling today? I allowed students to select multiple options. And here's the time to climb. This one has a 50 student max, so not everybody was able to get into this specific activity, but it's kind of like Kahoot in that it has music and there's a winner and it computes totals. Okay, so I just had 3 questions. Where could I find the student support video to get me started? And I had it self-timed, so it went from one to the next, and next time I won't do that. I'd like to just click next question when I'm ready. Last thing I played with was Draw It. This was cool because everybody's drawings came up on separate whiteboards. It wasn't on the same one. I think this could be especially useful for math. And then you can just take this time to climb one, and there's a button to just duplicate it. So I did that, and I put it at the end as the second form of assessment. And that's it for creating a live class. I had no trouble going between slides or having kids follow along, and I screen shared in New Row for the couple of kids who couldn't get in. They weren't missing any content. They just weren't able to participate in the interactive stuff on NearPod. Kids put their own names in, but Britta said it didn't give her kids an option to do that, so I must have hit the wrong button somewhere along the way, because since they're already in ClassLink, they should be able to just enter the session with the code and not put their name in so that we have their official OLS name. Okay, now I just want to show you the reports that it gives me. At the end of the lesson, you can ask for a PDF to be emailed to you. I did do that so that I could see the difference, and I did see a difference. So you go to reports. I'm going to show you the online NearPod report as well as the PDF I received. So I can pull up a report for my sessions that I've had for this. So I'm assuming I'm going to have 2 sessions for my 2 separate classes. Okay, so I pull this up and it's going to give me some amazing data. It gives me total participation for those that were logged in, and participation on the open-ended questions that don't have right or wrong answers, such as the poll. This doesn't have a right or wrong answer, neither does the draw it. So just, and it looks like everybody liked drawing. And the time to climb received a score of 59% for my pre-assessment, which we had talked about it the day before. So I'm not surprised by this number, but then by the end, 96% were able to answer correctly the same questions. You can check on each individual student, and that is just, the data you're getting is just for the time to climb and that they participated in the other activities. So the PDF that was sent to me is a much deeper dive. I'm going to show you that and then we're done. I think this would be amazing for CFAs. So here's my student list and their participation rates at the beginning here. The open-ended question, I love that it gives student names and then their actual response. So I can go back in and see how they answered these. This would be great for RELA, like brief responses that we might want to check their skills with a sentence stem. How are you feeling today? This was multiple choice answer. Multiple answers are okay. I like that it gives us this little wheel over here, and 38% met. 38% felt meh. 42% were ready to go. And it tells us who felt what. Some of these students answered twice. I love it. All right. Time to climb. That information was available online. I showed that to you. So this is the other information that gets sent to you as a PDF in email. It's cool, Tisha. It gives you the individual drawings that students did. I just feel like this might be helpful to you in math. I'm interested to see how you use it. So there's all the drawings that they had on their individual whiteboards. I gave them just 1 minute. Can you use the tools? And got an amazing response rate for giving them just a short amount of time in a brand new program. And that is it. Woohoo! Have a great day. Bye.